You see a few years, and I'm a baby mine, yem to me, koyanim, Nama baby mine, yarie. And only issue, which my life for Facebook, but SANKOFA MINISTRIES Facebook, see, and I have my life. Oba so anawa share. Edi ntina baby mine yare, or fair toso 9. Yadi kan hwe kwan ne efa so yenua ne on de bre ne ade yenu yewie ye beto so na ne no ye be kasa fa ye kasa abima ye kasa eho ne buruni kasa ya abdoto a ama bima yare abibima yare. Africa is sick. Ene Ghana eni abibrimu ha ye wono Ghana eni Africa ha ye wono obia eka ne krom kasa anani maimu kasa. No ferry. If you say unipa tuntum si nyankopon amoni ye se ode ne kasa ema no baabi a onyankopon enwono no toye no ode ho kasa hye na no ompe no ti bruni bedada no bedi ne so no ode kasa foforo be hye na funumtie no na ye penyin nyansa chiame wano awo enti unipa tuntum si ono ane kasa o ka e wo so osere no ho enti se twi e na wo ka osere no ho Igbo and worker or Sereno. Eze Ga Northern any of the northern languages and worker or Ghana, not all Sereno. Nembum se waka Bruni Casadia yaw. Ye boy and some yaw de mano. Africa is sick. Africa is sick. Abibimai yare se ya kasa yeka yensuanu school. Africa is sick. Africa is sick. Africa is sick to the extent that we've been avoiding speaking our own language in our schools. Africa is sick. Africa is sick. Onipa kotina school mu Enfie 9 university obewie no kura certificate no kura skills. Africa is sick. Holding a certificate without a skill is an empty ball. Ente yusian woman e boy humrani adenti no kura certificate chiwempo wakotwero brofunu ne brofunu watwero no kakreka yam pepressed what bagbani aboy nsem yaw hey akwati brofo ede na okan ya na etiwo no sense in it. If you say onipatuntum ehunu se nyankopon amoni ye se wode kasa ono kan wa Africa han share na funum to pebroni de. Africa is sick intini ye languages no every school mu say be sua ne yie ene kura na ese wo mu sua ne kakran no ekonkonkon ho wo mu hye don sua ne papa. Africa is sick. Abibima yare na Ghana nso yare se wo ka okrom kasa wo school na ya chiw na ya bo. Africa is sick. Abibima yare na nso mi hunu se adwene fish every water nsuo abetina ewiem ena mi hunu se okode every wiem akotena nsuom eagle akotena river. And they have been always performing wonders. If you say baby already do one try no omo da so tiwo and a whole language no wo muka. So the eagle speaks the language of the airwaves whilst the fish speak the language of the water. But yanya bibi maidi yesi nyamkopon amoyi enti enam se oni patuntum o yare yare ntino syllabus aya yekura no ye di broni de na ayo ye de na twene if you say yare 93.5 South Africa nyare a baabi awurade bo to ye no de hokasa hye wano but oni patuntum se eno enye so obi ka brofo na wotia na ye kwari no so obi ka ne krom kasa na wotia na yes ye ende yes o onye hwe but so ka broni kasa na wotia na yesre no na ye correct no nanso so no aka ne kasa atia eno yemu ye correct no yemu nanso onipa wa bon wa asase supa na obi a wontumi nka ono ane kasa if you say we slave obia anyone who cannot speak his or her mother tongue is a slave. Waya kwa yafna. Se wa ukrum kasa wuntumi nka na utimi ka broni dia na abon nsem ma ho. Just a language. He's able to speak the white man's language very well, then we'll be clapping for him or her. Africa is sick. Abibi man yare. Edu baby na meti radio ni TV ho a. Wona ma kan kase no. Mitie bia na mebu afu language na wono use no. Enye sa na ye ka no. Enso nkofo boji won so oman yim. Wona host morning show. Wona ka news. Wona host other programs. Ya kan programs. Language na wono kan bebre na tini nyina. Nanso so kasa na wode oka brofo na wotin ya ubonso bi wo show no so kra correct no can say brofo na kan ye can say but wa kasa de nipa no te so wotin no ntimi correct no you are a slave. We are kwa we are funa na wasema mo bo chen de oka brofo tin fi say wa kasa kra wontumi enka. Africa is sick. Africa is sick that they don't value their language. White man was able to spread his language across board, convincing you to speak his language so that he will understand whatever you do, so that he can continue ruling you. Africa is sick. Na China de brofu pa gogo na hwe. Debi American radio switch gogo China history no. Brofu no mutopini baby. No mo form languages no ba ko ye national language. Ade a ye chiri school mu a omo chire no omo kasa anum. Ade omo chiri baby omo chire no omo kasa anum. Akola na fe ye chire na de otiase yie. Enya fe no de be ko brofu asade aba ne ntiasiem ena ema woto kasa papa twene. If he say so try so be ka brofu a kwan ya fa so ka utwi no enye no an ye ka no brofu num. Enti in this sense no we lose value of your language. Okasa mu srade no okasa mu duro ni nyina wotugu efi se ye ebebi ho a ubu no twi mu kura untimi ko bu no brofu ngi se okofa buroni ne kasa no ekeka chia no ema nipa ne kote wase. Africa is sick. It is a sense you share brofu no there, but it shouldn't be our national languages across Africa. Me kan our national languages amechire all other countries in so there. Na me Ghana there, it shouldn't be our national language. We all know, but because of dirty politics, we cannot choose one language and study as our national language whilst we learn the English. Africa is sick. Africa is sick. Abibiman yare. Etitie enyumi adasi tikitwe bi hwade tie munsem no.
Pedi ebedane wakowa. Eti Amanfo biaye. Abra wasem niu. Umami sumi we. Umami sumi we. Yatabu apa didi sumina suse. Africa ya mayemu. Ani enkoe mo ya semu. Umami sumi we. Sase ya trasi supae. Ye chado. Yesu mayeni dikra. Yatabu apa didi sumina suse. Bari fini nyasa mbo mi bibini. Enti wa mame den sokra. Ewo mafu nyine.
Na mepese wutie enwum na daase ne kakra bi munsem no. Abibiman yare se abibiman yensua ye kasa we schools. Na ya doto broni kasa ye kan we schools. Enti ye ko school kura na ba bi ye ka twi ye ka eve ye ka northern one any of the northern languages no a ye mfa kura no nko ne de ko is international school na ye wokoka brofo obafie no woka brofo akoda animade o akoda no ne brofo ede o akoda animade abusua enye sa na nyankopon pe no enya sa na nature epe no enuti na Africa ha no wona di nwoma sua brofo be wie school no ni kapre oni hwee de wotifie no use natural sense no ayi because God blesses us through nature. Enti ba bia Awurade de wotena ye no fa hwa de na sua na be nipa kese sa na Awurade ahihye no Enso Africa ya to yen ba bia Awurade ye tena ye no continent no ye tena so na se ye mpe hwa de ene ye sua abrofo de. And you have leaders who are leading your country who let me put it this way, if you have leaders who obtain their certificate through colonial education, how can you change the system? If you have leaders who obtain their certificate through colonial education, how can they change the system? They will be going or they will be moving by the same system as our colonial masters planned for us. Africa is sick. And I make a safu ya kasa. The entire be my yare ne se kasa ya ye kakura ne ye ka ne yesere ye hu se enye. Na mu ye kabro ni kasa de ane ye boy ensem ma ye hu se ye yade. Me ye president ya me twa English im se national language. Me twa mu nche se ye nsua wo. Ukọ other countries na wo mu sua but enye na ye wo national language. Wo mu pese wo mu mane ti wo mu ebre bi me bo osoafo bi abaso. So no be ye mampanyin Mahama running mate. Mse on friend mami Jane Nana sabe na onya meye running mate. NYANSA chairman. Ena na onya meye na owo a chancellor say university o hwehwe. O kasa brebi sabe kra no na oye oni opon kroma na host to sa aye ayi no. And me bepe mami na sem sabe no on na the political color di. Abrebi o kasa no mu interview on radio and TV o say o si enya national language no no ba bi o hwan madu abe professor no ohun se o si enya national language ne de yae language ne kire nkwala na de efiro na me sha se me follow ma me no o kanyansa sem a me panu bi obaya osoafo ne no anu no he couldn't implement it, he couldn't submit it to the cabinet ne so ho o sambe ye chese ye de yanuka empanyifo nyina nim no kro ne se esese ye de language na kira de school esese ye de ye language ena ye bibia o Ghana ha etuduru ba bia ye the needful so be use brofo na nka de brofo aka but because of politics languages no hwan de ne yemfa. We all know the largest language in Ghana ena se mraba ebesua eno so ye de obi ate no ho ase ukọ China omo languages no do so change any other country nenso mutimi yi ba ko de national language eno ne de kire nkwada de enti akwada no e wo school a utimi fabribi no manufacture de ukọ ankran kitin manufacture ne ma enso first no real statistics no a won chese first on the brofo kira de o China no ombre yi ade na wo kire na akwala no beti ase o brofum ansa de akonitimo ne language im ansa na debi enti na nyankopon nyansam da bi onipa so no so no kasa na yempanyifo nyina anim osoafo ye wo emiama soreba ohwem ngomasua no etati se o kasa o implement enema ekoso US ni bi eno peso implement wa ha, that is bogus ehia mai wa ha se wakonya nim de bi wa brochira ko yomfa so ye adwuma bra be convert bra ye die num na fa ma ye implement ye de wa ha akoda be wie school no enye certificate ni kura no na emum na okura etire ene nsa ene nkura no be wie school no o wie university ba oni tire ni nsa efise chiwe mpo obrofo kanu a but I was so call university 4 years e waste time ene school so waste your time in Africa entina school e mani panye yi no entina wo be wie school bia so kobokro no wa ban adwuma mu no ayi no efise e ye waste na no ye besua duro colonial education ye besua duro e wo se wie school a won so bi ko ekoye medicine a wo be wie school no kura ne nsa no adwuma o ye doctor wie school post no timi hwanipa so bi ekoye teacher training o ko teacher training school o wie no ko university ko wie yesu ko kira de o wie a okura ne nsa no e den o ko kira de wa kika no e den ye de yo brofoka eti so obi amia adwuma amfo no ankoto no akoka brofo akoye secretary ho akoye administrator akoye sia ontumi Now when in best administration, when in Nipo the school by best administration, when in Nipo the by Adam was the best administrator. No school. School ya education ya non necessarily so ko tena school ma ko Cambrofo. Nemum obi a wasua carpentry no. Ya educating no. The person was educated through carpentry. Enti we educated. But on Cambrofo ntino, you say hey, obi ene fashion designers yi. Me wo designer bi wo. Akwan pam niema. Na ohwe ni pam niema ma won. Na sa nipa we wuti school mu say onye educated. We educated ade a Cambrofo. Me kura masters Indian, me kura PhD Indian. We na ka chense PhD na kura won. Fa ko bibi magana. Wo de ade hye ne sa na wakose e oman no. De ono anko school no. Na wo kosua skill no. Na ono chichire oman. Opa asem kese na me mo kan. Enye no na ebesua no. Corona education ebehwe. Corona education. Any the effect. Africa is sick. Africa, one more chichire Africa is sick. Kakra man. Those who had the skill, not those who have the degree. Opa osime boa. Wo esidan. Wo totals ene POP abai. Togo fo bagana ha. Se do mu sie POP. Togo ni ba ko ka kire me se papa, me ba me fa nkola 12 se me pese me boa wo mu. Sami, a friend Sami, very intelligent guy. We are on Togo water Ghana change what to keep. Also for about fan crato for peso boom. On Crana Bar Juma Bear 1 week in the idea. Also with your own to me on pet. A Jumasian dear, dear. Ujaiso or Kogetu or Konu in the job. Nanso education Amanabasa, if you say, Osia winner you muno. As your education, sir. And Yama air basis in Kausan a factor. And Yaman or mu inventing on the de call education skill no near the cum sa POP suya POP onu yenanka abino e the air factor ko education into who co school now ube no now we are fully equipped with skill. So no eti yes seniema eti akola be ko school ube school fees school fees akakraka upe awoji kwa kitu ebi udi tu akakraka akranti school we still many years in school about 15 or so out of nenko bedi wasasi so 16 years we wasting in school we are onya adwuma no nam ho but senke education ni akola be we school no timi ye POP akoda be te set from 4 no se na etie no tete from 4 no be we school no na bebre we no ye carpenters to we no ntimi federal education kura o be in shop or carpenter otimi bodan so o ye school konwa o ye stuffing those days kura na ye the rubber na hye from no ho eti Ghana mpanyimfo nim sa nyansan Africa is sick. It was a degree bebre or degree holders or office or Cambrofo akese or tun language atwene enti brofo no kanti ye respect no uko gina de bi a woka ho nyansa nim nanso utimi so obi a wanko school de na woka na nyansa wo so ono sa ye skillful obetimi aye ade no ye mfa ma no yes we na PhD holder enti once a Ghana ye tete offices and ye to skills ni skill no other skill na was ye develop ye tugu and ye de brofo ka enti wo mu go office bebre obi aso person da kam enti na krono e wo system no mu no fiso ni skill no brofo kaya no ko school akosua no ko degree we they are being paid by they are being paid by their certificate the value of their certificates, which is wrong. Kwasi broni will pay you by the value of your skill. And yet you want ya penswami asese kasa ya penswami asese bia it is all call mine no emra hye fia ho ne hye mra ma o mine no a yesi se wuntumi nka brofo a don't come there. Se wunkura degree we year don't come there. But one more chichiro mine no ma sa mra hye fia besi wo no, they were not speaking the Queen's language. Those who fought for the independence, they were not speaking the Queen's language. Those who developed the nation, they were not speaking the Queen's language. Those who are speaking the big grammar, the Queen's language, they are the people destroying the nation. So you can value the two. Value it and balance it. And now you see a school, and you know, and one year does enjoy. those days a Kwame Nkrumah eka twi enkrofo a kobodu senum ne ade nyina wontumi nka brofo twi no ye no they were best ministers and na ye ka brofo na brofo ka hunu Kwame Nkrumah sa se ogija to okwa ne yesa tonton fa enemo ye no ade da so Yusuf se ne yentumi nye bi because sabre no na ye scale hwetemamoto yo mo ye ebesin ne esayi a yenya technology de beyesa ene yi ka kwanya na bosom yensa na sa tutu yenhunyansa se wo se developing new technology because ye payabo bi Ghana ha qualidas ye betuma nya bi na nke yemfa nye akwan no yemfa pavement blocks ko betumi dia yakwan na chama yin because man ni niska ti yemo kanye ni yi preko the wisdom is not there they speak the Queen's language stealing the money elu anamitie owura bi mse bona se ho political bi on analysis bi they were talking about large number of ministers over the years and okay say obi buo obi mo ba ban mu a na also people position bi ma no ntina ma edos no no awachira there for many years almost 20 years ni pay kroji nuru so akola oche na de wura ban mu sisi akoye politics a no waye tam no to dan transaco no to dan ewu aburuchire not can't you see say kwasi broni ade ode bra enye papa. Those who have the skill are suffering. Those who don't have the skill but they have paper call certificate speaking the Queen's language, they are enjoying. Meso man we se kabro for kafo no ankoman na gu. Wo mo man gina ho ye wo mo kura skill. And also then we are pure opinion of babe wanko school or kan ye local ye. Pure probe design amount no. The okotre school mu kura architectural den ubu ja no wabe yin na brofo no o draw ko ha na ba wo mo ma ene ensie dan. E matete dan no esi ye no emu ena esi yakosua architectural den de yesi dan na abu. Africa is sick. Yenti ade wi. Your language ya maka ho asemo ase e wo se ye nationalize language no. Amaka mahuse na no mrantie bi din komo bi o parliament and I'll pray for them. Krachi bi okujeto Sam George. One man komo bi so se e wo se use that boys baku wo man ti ho apa first no mu ade by say otena parliament kakra no. So we nyini wa adwenim. Na ohe aden ya tie mamu na untumi nka okasa wo ba bia wo hyemra aden ya Brunisi parliament ne se ni yenye no Brunisi me we will fight enye sa so fudwuma nko ne yeyo o se fight Ghana fight na ya gi Ghana si wo ya mamrem ene ya de yom Brunisi emwa yen e wo se me ko university metimi ka twi metimi ka ga eve eno ne mekasa me de babiti Bruni na meti dia mensua na se yie na me ba matumi dia ya adwuma yie yesi dabi brofo na de enti akoba hawa omuntumi nsesa ne se the leaders obtained their certificate through that system the colonial system into osesanu a ono no ho ba kire ne ma ho ba kire because ne ma kogu abuchire ko school it is obesesanu ne language na ne ba kura anti language no ti ono ne ba be kofom enu ti no mompene no na yentie na no nkomo bi koso wo parliament okuja toni pram you know the saying Sam George mrantie na man nkomo bi su na me bompa ye bia ma won behind the scene me pe papa wo ma so se wo se kan krom kasa e wo parliament na ne kura na ko school mu a obi wie okosua ga kura no wi na transfer nko ba bi a yenka ga na ahanom no ye de brofo nko na bi aga state no brofo nti ama language no yira entumu hu se ye konko aso mu. Can't you see our leaders that you are presenting us to the white man again, and when you are indirect are you slavery Brunisi me do fa hu dia ma ye language ayem penti achim okwa achimwa wenim difu eguo yetimi it is presume say Ghana hanum no most of the lawyers are from achim and these lawyers they couldn't think to know say Bruni ba ye no akim no okan yen kana akim ye kana chim omoda so tworo akim ake abra wo say ye ake ye enso yesi ho na lawyers gupa omoda so ti woka akim colonial mentality, mental slavery. Adanya Bruni bae no, ɔsi hɔ ne yɛfrɛ no Akim, because ya achim no Bruni ntumi nka. Bruni ntumi nka saa akewa kɛyɛ no ntumi. This ɔyɛ ne siima no. Ntumi nka si ne dia ɛne ɔyɛ ne CH na ɔde ahyɛ hɔ ama no. Wɔn ntumi dia ɔbɛka na Akim. Ene lawyers gu achim. Omu ntumi hu nyansa sɛ Bruni bae no sɛbe na ntumi nka kasa no na adwene no wagimi no wabɛsɛ yɛ kasa. Nti omu mpene so. Lawyers gu achim da so ka Akim oda Akim deɛ Akim abra ya achim o. Ene yɛsi akɔ school no. School ni se Bruni adeɛ bi obɛka bia papa. School ni se Bruni kasa nti wo se yefa Bruni se ya Akim wona na kyekyere achim no wo se hɔ ya achim ba wo se ya Akim adan ya wo se Bruni bɛgye ɛhɔ firi wona na nsɛm no wo se yɛmfrɛ na Akim nti ya Akim oda Akim hoso na lawyers gu sɛ deɛ me kan nyansa ni mu a mo hwɛ me ni mu a mo tie mie no enwoma sua na yɛsi yɛsua organ na yɛde yɛdan ɛyɛ waste of time yɛnsua skill wo school yɛmfa yɛ kasa anya adwuma na yɛhwɛ ba bi ɔman no beduro ɛno nti na yɛsi Bruni abɛka kyerɛ sɛ yɛ Akim a yɛda so frɛ hɔ Akim sisi yɛnya afa ahodi a lawyers bebree bɛsuasua nwoma hɔ sɛ hey mom yɛnkɔ yɛ nwoma no mu ne yɛnsesa nneɛma no ne yɛntwerɛ no Akim ɛnya Akim ɛnkɔkɔ Bruni ba yɛ ntumi nka nkɔkɔ ɛna ɔka no nkawkaw ɛbɛsi nnɛ yɛspɛre no nkawkaw nke awe nke we awe nkawkaw yɛda so te wɔ sɛ yɛkɔ school Bruni bɛtwerɛ no nkawkaw enti wɔn na nakasa odi gya wo a wɔto hodi nkɔkɔ ɛnyɛ nkawkaw no Bruni ba ntumi nka no twerɛ no obedi yɛ so nti ɔtwerɛ gya hɔ nkawkaw no yɛda so twerɛ no nkawkaw na wabisa sɛ professors bebree firi hɔ na mo se nkawkaw se nkawkaw adan yɛ sɛ na Bruni de mai mental slavery nti Bruni kasa nti yɛntumi fa yɛ kasa ɛnyɛ the right thing asante Bruni ba ntumi nka asante ɔsɛ ashanti yɛwie yɛ ne da so twerɛ no ashanti asha ASHANTE ashanti Bruni bɛka ashanti no yɛsua nwoma hunu sɛ dabi o sɛ yɛ language no ɛsɛ ɛyɛ asante Bruni wo ba afɔ susua because okɔ Bruni krom ɔmo amɛsɛ ne language hwɛ nwoma sua hwɛ look at the size of the kingdom anyone who asua nwoma wom yɛda so twerɛ ashanti in order to favor the white man abra yɛ asante ana osanti Africa is sick by avoiding our own languages. Whatever the white man says is correct wabebo ya di correct you say correct because you Bruni yanse say kasa omani ntumpon da yenti okuye to mun komo mudi o parliament ya me bo na baso no.
So Mr. Speaker, it's not only with our good compatriots in Zimaland, even here in the capital. So a number of languages are on the verge of extinction, and it is a matter that requires urgent national attention. The President, the executive arm, the Minister of Education, the Minister for Culture, Mr. Speaker, it is a matter that we must escalate to the highest of levels. Language is so important. That is what represents our heritage, our culture, our traditions. If the language goes extinct, the people are gone. Their culture is gone. Their identity is gone. So, Mr. Speaker, it's a very, very, very crucial matter. Those of us in the Volta region, we have discussed at our caucus meetings how it has become difficult in recent times to even get adequate supply of teachers who have been trained in the Ewe language to teach in our basic schools. They become very, very scarce. So across the board, I'm sure if we are to conduct a study in the Upper West on the Wale language, I'm sure it will be the same matter. So I am glad that the maker of the statement raises the issue of resourcing the Languages Bureau, making sure that our colleges of education have a deliberate stream of students who are being trained in our indigenous languages so that they can sustain the interest in these languages. But Mr. Speaker, beyond officialdom, what the state must do, we must also play our part. Because of intermarriages and how strong the English language has become as our official language.
Anyway, okujeto abrakwa enkomo madino radio for 24 years because me madihunu ne se yamfa yakasa anya adwuma na se yedi bruni kasa na ye adwuma yentumi ntum ponda eno akire no ade biara no gise bruni na ka kire yen ohwe Israel Hebrew kasa ne ade won translate ya no enam se bruni person de kone kasa mu no King James ye translation bo pa me ye esesa kasa no bebre enti ade na awurade person ka kire yen o ka kire obi oni awurade nante sabre ye translate ko bovu amani nyina sesa the kire won say you were originally created with your own language through which God was going to bless you. But ya to atwenti ama ye bre ukọ nwuma mu aye won e kura skill eni nyansa nimdi a yesene brofo nye tie ma nya adwuma na ye de obi obrofo keke bro ne atoka ne ama na office not enso aba bia amaye o it doesn't bear any fruit. Africa is sick. Ti sankomo we no wona start say ayen komo amako ho ache yie na nanu a yahye yadusu asem hu so won ka ho asem parliament am say yes now they are on track because hono betuma hye mram ya atum ye nanu betumi akasa wo ho de na nanu so tete wo fizen ene kra no bi bedi wo he yese gise de onim brofo ka the mental slavery no ene ye adwuma sese ba indirect slavery. They are enslaving us through education. Through education. And sika forma or kabrofo gbebre obafia ne kasa wonte na sika ne ani age a time is coming mashe sankom na to sika forma be yenkwa ehia forma be koso adi ehin fi so won ne kura nyansa nimde enye brofo ka ne ma onim nyansa na mom se utimi ehunu ba bia awurade bo to ye ne ho amamre ene ma wo ye nyansa fo na ye ohene edi wona akaso utie ni ye ti sankomo na wona start na papa no we Sam George so kan bi Sam George eso ekan bi yete di ono so ekan.
Today, with the advent of technology and the Judeo-Christian religions, many of the things that we refer to as our culture have been termed demonic practices. And so we're actually walking away from our culture. And Mr. Speaker, as a Dangwe boy from the Gandangwe ethnic group, I am very, very worried. Because, Mr. Speaker, in 2017, when I became member of parliament for Ningo Prampram, in the Ningo Prampram district, there were 37 Akan language teachers, but there were only 2 Dangwe teachers. In a Dangwe community like Ningo or district like Ningo and Prampram. And so there was a shortage of teachers. Mr. Speaker, I made a conscious effort within the first 4 years in office to work with the University of Education Winnipeg, which had a bachelor's degree in Dangwe. And we sponsored children to go and study and get the degree. But Mr. Speaker, that did not solve the problem. You then have the Ghana Education Service post these Dangwe teachers to the north, or post them to the Ashanti region to go and teach social studies and Bible knowledge when they studied Dangwe. So why are you posting them away? And so recently, the Gandangwe Tahuloyape took a stance and said they thought that the Ghana Education Service was intentionally working to kill some languages. Because, Mr. Speaker, if we have trained teachers in our local languages and there is a shortage of teachers in the region, why post them away to go and teach a different language? It makes absolutely no sense.
And when you so language in one some American ya ye can one some say abibima ye yarisa ya kasa ye maka bi fia na ye hwe oko school o kan ye hwe. Look at the number of years I squander with school waste. The enti na ye ho kire yan ne ko school ye nya hwe ne se tete no na wonana ewa skill na ekura wonana no de tete ne ba to be wie na ne ba no was skill nti mfie dodo na okodi wo school mu 20 years 15 years 16 years school waste ya we no be waste product no sabre wo didi wonana na papa achi wo be wie na ye skillful na utimi yebribi ena ya to atwen eno no na America na ebeba so Africa is sick no part ni bi obeduru colonial education no so na asema mititi so se mampanyimfo betie ni adane ne ma to ansia kan bo so obi anye waste after school say being in school for many years no graduate no be waste product eti sankoma wona maso parliament no ye be support won e wo say yetumi di yakasa ye adwuma parliament ye di yakasa ye adwuma ba bibiara to wo a wonsua na ye wasem because ahanye broni krom ye on kasa wie no Speaker of Parliament Abamba Benso eka bibi nimdie wo mpa yentie.
So we move away from the specific local languages to generalize it, and I want to see it done. What we do is that the next recess will definitely transform this whole chamber, and we'll try to put some of these IT systems in place for contemporaneous interpretation. In the absence of it, we will have to employ people in that area to assist us understand each other. Because we will encourage members to speak in the local languages, not just English. And we will also need more hands for the sign language. Now we have only about 3 or so who were casuals, but during my tenure we have processed and employed them permanently. And so we need more hands there too. And then we will create employment for the people. I will direct that the relevant committees, the Committee on Education, the Committee on Culture and Tourism, the Committee on Finance is relevant because we need to allocate some budgetary provision to support the Ministry of Education and the other sector ministries for us to focus on our identity, including the English. I direct the committees to exploit it further with the sector ministries and then give us a comprehensive report to guide us as to the way forward.
When so Speaker of Parliament, Chairman de Momay, Mashebefie. And what is a seminal more can wumpa, Nanso Yanko Yan Sibia Beka Casaba Kupebi say, your local language, no, Yaya Casamu, Yanko Yi Casaba Kupebi, the Ubia to me come Parliament and the Bema Honquine. Nanso, a Honsuba here say Penco from Church, as I said, you'll be a Candagatia, Nanka Nipano, Etimachiasia, Casafu from Ubiatio. Na enko ese brofon kwa na yeka ena wodi adwenkyere ne de osusu se enyo aka ho thumbs up ye man sakokromoti so de mano na makachem se youth no sorry Africa sese no wan ze oko francophone countries na last year mu ye ku tetibrem ye ku na makuku nipa no mu onso mo anku nipa sese professional cool peaceful cool and they did it peacefully. And almost a colonial mentality no free. One say no. Now no Guinea, any Mali, almost French, almost Chem. And you'll be obedi almost never more language. Say yes, sir. A bit mammy for the ben yen, near the bribi. Baya cause sankophobia court in office aden we tikani bi ba na no ne brofo de pa we university o ka brofo de na oye o ha we nima de kro but o ka brofo ade we ade o se koso we ti o se kan kasa ye kan ya kasa ye we school no bebre ka brofo ye ni hwe yankwankwa ba politics mbe ye tam no okotena radio kika brofo kika oni skill bia paper keke ni kwa na friend certificate na the what skill no na man 500 cedis a month eti enkomo mi die wusu dibi ofie na to aso ka mu awutie mi no di na to aso sana nyankopon bo yen wa moyen enti won se ama enkwasum no eda so wom ti wo enkwasum a wo ne wo ho enti wontumi ye yie yo ye de adesua no besia e be bo nwom kakra na afi ye no akimi de obradwen sema broni apon ako na ena yesua ye kasa abibima yare ye kasa no so kan you school na katwi ya na de wakankura so ahoma so atokom wo school na katwi ya na atwodin don't speak vernacular in this class yes I ko twra bo brofo no bio ai wo ko ka bia enti nipa no onyansa nim de bia adwenkyere bia ba debate na ekoso kra o school a utum se nipa sumasi no nyansa nyame de ma ba ontimi express no ho brofo kasam ye na ya kana hye se Africa nim nyansa na nye mental slavery la ke be yesa obi onu wo nyansa no yesi so pese o ka nyansa sem de aka no brofo doesn't make sense ade ne yanyi nyansa no onyankopon nyansa mu kura no unim se language e your security your language is your first security because broni kasa e no de na semsie enti se wo broni kasa no wo kwa brofo aman so Cristiano Ronaldo wasua brofo pa so interview na no ka Portuguese Iniesta no asua brofo so omo ya na ka Spanish uko Germany ye mama ka obi bro obi kasa ho ade na Africa ye ntumi nyobi countries na egu Africa ni wo mu ntumi nyo ene eti wo se ne nkofo ni ite youth no sua nyansa enema bi ho edi gu omuso university ni ayo se nyansa nimdie nim emwa won waste time ete ye be go back to our forefathers root e ho na nyansa nimdie wo ezei mali ni ade omuso mo nka French ni bio no e boboba no yete ha na wan ka brofo a yesin ko parliament ene yen sori kro gu mental slavery nti your community bi wo ha obetima ayusu brofo nko a because a cosmopolitan community and I say some of the cities in cosmopolitan city so therefore it was so yeah any your community bi wo tumi say o senka o ye the language local language ka you are soft asori bebre gu Ghana ha nationwide brofo no mo de omoka just because for their own benefit so that they can bring the diplomacy to their churches. In terms in say ehiafo no ene katwi omo kambrofo no yesikafo omukura omukura degree holders enti ye no ya soro de ye kan brofo nationwide ye wo soro bebre Ghana asofo no ayempanyfo agidin mempese mebobo eye business no on the asoro yo enti no on pay low class people and so kwa sorry e wa dwen say sorry because nim so twi no and so ba ewiase a wona ankotena school de ankofa brofo bo omne wo sika ye hwe kasa ni ye na yen kan ya ekrom kasa ade a we hu nipa bibini hu ne se oka ne kasa atia ye nsere no oka broni kasa atia ne ye sere no. I don't value those people. I value people who are able to express themselves with their own mother tongue. Ente ya manipa eye waste. Unse it got to a point Ghana na sinina wo mu twa ne mu abepa mienu. Yesi Kumawood omo ne katwi ene yesi Accra omo no brofo. So we Kumawood movie no. Those days Sami Nyameche ana producers papa wo ho no samenya meche mo ho no na enye jokes ni yi no wo restore ni bi wi a na waware ayi wo restore ni bi wi a wo ye sofo a na aboa wo enso twi language na wo de yo but because of so omu de twi fo yi tina sidi na bu nkonta na hwese he for ne dominate wo Ghana omo de local language here in the dominate omo de brofo and act eyom hu bi they didn't go far because the language, the Queen's language limits you. Within the apostle na Kwarteng Amanfo vekin Solomon for a time NYANSA chiami yemfa de suane nsia na me mo nwom mienu bi na fei me for bradwen semro ne mfa mra wiye
Yatabu apa didi sumina suse
Africa ya maye